The boss's club carried $126 million in salary before the deal and will pick up roughly half of Mondesi's ticket this year. He makes $11 million, $13 million next. Mondesi hitting only .224, but with those 15 homers, he's hit 24 in each of the past 7 years, and his 3 outfield assists currently tied for top billing in the Yankees outfield. GM Brian Cashman said Mondesi gives us a presence in the outfield we currently don't have. To get him, they gave up Scott Wiggins, a promising reliever, currently in Double-A. 30 minutes before game time, Mike Barnett had to change the lineup. Raul Mondesi not in the lineup. Vernon Wells inserted. And Wells spanks one off the wall off Pedro. Double, but he ended up stranded right there. Where's Mondesi? I'll tell you in a minute. Next batter, Pedro. Strikes out Pedro Swan, who was just admiring the pitch. Then, bottom 2, 2-1 for Tony Clark. He chops the pitch down the line. It's fair. Jason Varitek comes in. Trot Nixon as well. Tries to score from first. Jose Cruz Jr. Good arm, but slightly up the line. He is out there in right field. We're going to flash back. Raul Mondesi, who has a bazooka attached to his neck, used to patrol right field. Here he gunned out Offerman last year. Offerman not involved. Neither was Mondesi. He's not involved anymore. Pedro, meanwhile, wheeling, dealing. We got a funny feeling. He strikes out Shin and Stewart on the curveball. Cruz Jr., he goes away as well. 84th game with 10 or more Ks ties Steve Carlton. Grady Little happy's there.
He's gradually just keep getting better and better each and every outing, and tonight was probably the best I've seen him, and he knows what he means to this ball club. I don't know how many times in the past he's stopped a losing streak like this.
He had the Elliott Ness stuff. 14 Ks season high. Pedro improves to 10-2, joining Derek Lowe as a 10-game winner before the All-Star break. 3 different Red Sox, 2 knocks, including Tony Clark, who as a result sees his average climb from 207 to 216. Baby steps, you got to take them. The field triple digits. It was hot. Chris Carpenter pitching. Bases loaded. Shea Hillenbrand a fly ball to Jose Cruz Jr. He says, I'm in right and I can throw like the fella that used to be out here. Double play. Jose Offerman gets gunned at the dish. Bottom second. Trot Nixon up there. Rips one to deep center field. And this, by Vernon Wells, is a phenomenal play. Great grab. Tim Wakefield, he was on the hill, starting. Grady Little, the manager. Your thoughts?
I think what Tim Wakefield did out there today for our ball club was more than we could ask, and to ask him to do more than that would have been unfair to him. He battled the elements pretty good out there today, and he pitched a very good ball game.
So hot, guys were changing their uniforms, and as soon as they changed one and put on another one, it was wet. Willie Banks into pitch. Carlos Delgado, shallow fly. Manny Ramirez coming on in. Yo la tenga. I got it. Yes, he does. Bottom 7, Red Sox trail. 1-0. Scott Cassidy to Lou Merlone. Merlone this time burns Cruz Jr., who was playing in at Little League distance, for crying out loud. 2 runs come in to score. Merlone gets a triple. Give you another look at this one. You'll see that Cruz Jr. was, well, he wasn't in the infield, but he was pretty shallow for a major leaguer. Merlone gets it over his head. Sox win it 2-1, and Merlone has a message for the hometown team. Remember Ben Affleck kind of ripped him, but maybe he's eating his words now. Lou Merlone can hit.
This is nice. We'll take it. And don't forget, Johnny Damon, MLB.com. You got a couple hours, so get out there. Let's go.
The message will be heard. Tim Wakefield awfully stout in his first start since April 14th. 6 innings pitched, no runs, no walks, which is Johnny Damon on second. First game. Brian Daubach, who was in just a horrific slump, but busted it out of it in this game. We'll tell you about that in just a second. That's a double down the right field line. Damon scores easily. Red Sox won 0, and they would score 3 in the first frame. Still 3-0 in the 5th, and Damon walks on 4 pitches, and clearly a 4-pitch walk was the key, because while Damon's on first, he gets the news via the scoreboard in Fenway. Moonlight Graham. He is the All-Star. Crowd salutes him. Well earned. Top 7. Blue Jays down 6-3. Bases loaded. Dangerous man at the plate. Carlos Delgado. But he's out on the front foot. Flies out to end the threat. Jays still down 3 through 7 innings. Top 9. Alan Embry into the game to face Delgado. We flash back to game 1. Embry struck out Delgado in the 9th for the second out. Same 2 men, only now it's nighttime, and it's a different game, but it's the exact same result. Lights out, ball game. Embry saves both games, strikes out Delgado both times in the 9th. The Sox sweep. Skipper Grady Little called it, quote, a pretty effective day. An all-star, and his at-bat in the third inning against Roy Halladay. Teammates call him Doc. Shows you why. Doc Halladay is nasty. Damon, he spoils offerings. He takes pitches that are out of the strike zone. Pesky. Finally, an 8-pitch at-bat, and it's ball 4. A microcosm here of what Damon can do for you. Gets on first, then he's going to take off for second. Kent Huckabee forced to make a bad throw. Damon gets up. He's dirty, but he's on third after the error. Shea Hillenbrand still at the dish. And Damon's off on contact. He comes in to score. That is manufacturing a run the hard way. We are tied at once. Now top 7. Deuce is wild. We're tied at 2. 2 on, 2 out for Vernon Wells. John Burkett, who gave up 10 hits, strikes out Wells looking. End of the threat. We move down to the bottom of the 8th. Ricky Henderson. Did I say something about manufacturing a run? There goes Ricky. He gets conked in the arm. Ball heads out to left field. Ricky, he too is dirty. He too is on third base. Later in the 8th now. With 2 outs, Tony Clark, who's been anything but clutch, all of a sudden the series starting to bring him back to life. He's 5 for 9 in the series. That 2-out hit gives the Sox a 3-2 lead. They add 2 more now in the top of the 9th. Blue Jays down 5-2. Ugi Urbina on to shut the door. Carlos Delgado up with a man on. Delgado flies out deep. Got a lot of it, but not enough. Stays in the yard. Sox win 5-2. And they've won 4 in a row. Ugi Urbina has converted 19 saves.
Red Sox, a couple times this year, have unveiled the big flag. Opening day, Memorial Day, looking good on the monster.
That's tremendous.
On July the 4th. Hey, there's Joey Lawrence, formerly a Blossom.
Whoa.
And Urban Legend Final Cut fame. And look at Joey with a great play there on Jose Offerman. Let's play Joe, bottom 2, man on first, Shea Hillenbrand to Lawrence, starting the double play. Whoa. Throw a little hot, and Dave Berg, good John Hausman name, couldn't handle it. Everybody's safe. 2 on, trot to Boston at the plate with 2, and he finds some space. Ramirez and the Shea kid will score, and the Sox are up 2-0. Top of 4, 4-3 Boston. First and third, back for Joey. 1 out to third, Hillenbrand for 1 out on the first, not in time, so Lawrence's hustle gets him an RBI. 4-4 after 5, 6-4 after 6. Top of 7, still 6-4. Shannon Stewart strikes out, but D'Lo's nasty curveball gets away from Varitek, and the Jays within 1, 6-5. Bottom 7, still 6-5. Heading to the pesky pole. Nixon's 9th. He was 2 for 3, drove in 3. Pedro, it's hot. Reminds him of home. He likes it. Bottom 8, Nomar. 5-tool player. Good glove, good arm, good speed, good bat, and baseball's best head of hair. 2 for 4, 4 RBIs. Now with 65 on the year, the Red Sox improved their record to 29-8 against AL East opponents. The best record of any team against its own division this season. Alan Embry having the kind of year many in baseball have been waiting for since he broke with the Indians in '92. The reliever hasn't allowed a run since the Sox traded for him.
Yankees pay respects to their former nemesis, Ted Williams. Derek Jeter not in the lineup. MRI revealed no fractures in the leg. Raul Mondesi getting a little love beforehand from his Blue Jay teammates. Now, this is craziness. Esteban Loaiza has a multicolored glove. Angel Hernandez says you can't do that. It's disturbing. It's disturbing to Bernie Williams. So the bat boy brings out a better glove, and Bernie Williams takes the opportunity to end a 32-game home run drought, the longest in a decade. Yankees up 1-0. Take another look, kind of like Ted Williams used to do.
The low outside ball is hit at the far corner of the plate.
Right center.
Ted could hit anywhere it was. Bottom 5, first and third. Raul Mondesi grounder. Felipe Lopez, he wanted to throw home, and it's not that he's a spastic or something, but check out the arrow on Tom Wilson, the catcher. For some reason, he was headed to first, so Lopez, who, by the way, had 2 hits in the game, had to hang on to it. Nowhere to throw it, and whoop! Into the ground it goes. Yankees up 4-0. Jays have lost 9 of 11.
Shannon Stewart making him look awfully silly. Top 2 rings up Carlos Delgado. Pettit coming off a 3-hit shutout of the Mets, but runs into trouble in the third. Dave Berg, RBI single to left. They're going to wave Ken Huckabee. And it's 1-0 Blue Jays. Pettit really falling apart here. Next batter, Jose Cruz Jr. Down the left field line. Robin Ventura not quite there. Shannon Stewart comes in. They wave Berg in as well. It's 3-0 Toronto, eh? Vernon Wells' turn now. And that's to right. Cruz is going to score. And Wells wants 2. He is hustling into second. Beats the throw. 4-0 Jays. And what's going on with Andy Pettit? Well, we break it down with the K-Zone. The pitch to Berg, he leaves it up in the zone. Pettit, just his 5th start since coming off the DL. And then to Wells. Again, it's up in that K zone. Pettit allowed 6 runs on 10 hits and only 3 1/3. And the Blue Jays cruise 8-3. Oh, a little Paul O'Neill in the dugout. That's all right. Toronto snaps its 6-game losing streak. First win of the year for Steve Paris. He was
traded up, really, from going to the Tigers to the Yankees. Vernon Wells, that first pitch. Well, you know, the nerves, I can see that. That's down for a double. Couple 3 batters later, Carlos Delgado. Well, Delgado's had some success no matter where Weaver has pitched. And this is going to be his 18th home run of the year, 3-run shot. Delgado 8 for 17 lifetime against Weaver, that first home run. The Yanks, leading producers of runs in baseball, top 4, score tied at 3, so they got him 3 back. Got Jose Cruz Jr., Felipe Lopez, no chance there. Top 5, still 3-3. Vernon Wells hit him right in the bat. Hey, when that happens, 6-3 Blue Jays. Wells' 10th homer of the year. Weaver obviously not happy when the inning is over because he's dining on his glove. Often enough, but here come the teammates again. Derek Jeter playing for the first time since he got injured on 4th of July. Good work as a DH. Designated that hit for the seats. Yanks 7-6 on Jeter's 12. Ken Huckabee laying it down. Can't like quickness off the mound by Weaver. Nice. Take another look. Got to be able to field your position. Bare hand, a flip.
I don't think his hair moved when he made that play at all.
Well, that's key. You know, you should have very good-looking hair covered up with a hat. What a shame. 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Top of the 8th, Carlos Delgado. Look at Rondell White. Thank you. Making a late bid to getting him top 10 defensive plays of the first half. Yankees win at 10-6.
It's already been edited.
It's too late?
Yeah.
Well, it was good, Rondell. That was very nice. Weaver allowed 6 earned runs in his Yankee debut.
Where's Sky Dome? Back to Sky Dome, back to the present. Bottom 1, no score. 2 men out for Carlos Delgado. Look at Nomar Garciaparra. Steps on second. Well, we'll show you.
Thank you.
We'll show you right here. There's an arrow, in fact, will help you out. There's a little shift on for Delgado. Garciaparra, the perfect spot nose. Delgado isn't all that fast, so he steps on second. That would be your 6-3 double play. Does that answer all your questions?
Thank you. I'll stop talking during
Top
the highlight.
third, 1-0 Sox. Men on first and second. Double steal on, and the throw is off. Into center field, Ray Sanchez is going to score. Boston up 2-0. Top 5, 4-1 Sox. Nomar, high, deep, and not quite gone. Off the wall, which is pretty good, too. It's a double. Jose Offerman's going to come around from first to score, make it 5-1 Sox. Next batter, Manny Ramirez, and you are so not going to catch that. 2-run shot, 10th of the year. First homer since coming off the disabled list for Manny. He's an all-star, you know. 7-1 Sox. Bottom 6, Burkett getting comfortable with a 9-1 lead and helps to have a guy like Shea Hillenbrand on your back. Great diving catch for the All-Star. Sox roll 10-3, make it 11 in a row for the Sox over the Blue Jays. 2 extra base knocks for Manny. This after recording just 1 in the 14 games prior to the break. John Burkett picks up the win, his first since June 4th. That's 6 starts.
All right, Sox and the Blue Jays. Derek Lowe waving that pitch off, and he probably should have waved this one off. Boy, Manny totally misplayed that ball.
This ball carried way further than I thought it would, but Manny had no idea where that ball was.
Magellan, he circled the world.
It's all right. Some nights you circle. Some nights you go straight in. Lowe gets Delgado swinging at the Heat. Sox out of the inning. Top 2, fellow All-Star Roy Halladay. Ramirez 0 for 4 in the ninth.
Great movement. That ball started at the center and ran to the inside part of the plate.
As Halladay said, I try to hang a loss on Lowe at the All-Star game. He didn't pitch very well. Shannon Stewart, Brian Daubach, Wendell Kim. Take one more look at this as he gets thrown out.
Well, Mike Cummings is the third base coach, and you can't blame him. Shannon Stewart's got one of the worst arms in baseball. He sustained an injury as a youngster, and you got to send him every time. He just picked that time to make his best throw in probably 3 years.
Cruz Jr. Adios, amigos. A 2-run shot, 14th on the season. 3-0 Jays after a slow start due to some injuries. He's actually hitting.
And only the 5th homer off Lowe this year, and with every time Cruz hits a homer, it improves his trade value.
Halladay swung right over the top of that one. Eric Hinski's on second. Cruz Jr. Already seen the old home run. Triple. Here is your double now. He could just come up with a single. He would have got the cycle.
Stu, did you ever come close to the cycle?
Yeah, had a single, double, triple, and a home run over 3 weeks.
Like a comedy routine, Soup. Have you been asked that?
Way too hard on yourself. You're a major league player.
I thought you were going to go bicycle, Soup, on it.
Yeah, I did have a bicycle, single-double in one game, sure.
The Red Sox 1 through 4 hitters go 0 for 16 on the night.
This game lasted 2:05, quickest in the American League this year.
Finally fighting back against Boston. Negro League Day there. Red Sox wearing the Boston Royal Giants. As for the Jays, the Chatham All-Stars. As for Eric Hinske, the first of his 4 hits. He was 4 for 4, 2 runs, and RBI. Blue Jays up 1-0. Flashback to Friday night. Roy Halladay had it going against Manny Ramirez. Got it. Johnny Damon, the leadoff hitter, not much better. He was on his way to an 0 for 4 night. The Red Sox 1 through 4 hitters, 0 for 16 in the 5-zip loss. Saturday, how would they fare against Chris Carpenter? Well, looking again for Manny, 0 for 4 with a K. Ricky Henderson. And this is just Ricky being Ricky. Struck out. You can't bench him, though. He got tenure. Later in the 5th, Nomar Garcia-Parra. Air ball on the curveball. Henderson again. He was 0 for 4 with a couple of Ks. Cliff Polite now going to come in and face Garcia-Parra. Nomar! Boy, that was not a good swing. Tough afternoon. He was 1 for 4 with a couple of Ks. And thinking about it, Jason Varitek pinch hitting in the leadoff spot with his team down 4-1. Calvin Escobar gets him swinging. And finally, Jose Offerman, nothing. Red Sox 1 for 4 hitters. This time, 2 for 18, 7 Ks. Not much better. Boston loses at 4-1. Carpenter, an impressive start in his home debut this season.
4-2-1 Jays. Ken Huckabee on third. Joe Lawrence at the plate, lays down the squeeze. Jose Offerman flips to Ray Sanchez, who catches the ball barehanded. 3-1 Jays. Huckabee scores. Bottom 6 tied at 3. Martinez, an 0-2 count on Lawrence. Didn't get the pitch. Next pitch. He got the pitch. 6 innings, allowed 1 earned, struck out 8. Tim Wakefield facing Eric Hinske, bottom 7, tied at 3. Gone.
That is ripped to right field.
15 on the year for Hinske, 4-3 Jays. Hinske came over from Oakland in the Billy Koch deal. Top 9, 5-3 Jays. Kel Escobar against Trot Nixon has just left the building. Number 11 on the year for Nixon, 5th blown save for Escobar, tied at 5. Bottom 9 still tied. Grady Little will pull Wakefield for Uget Urbina. Urbina facing Hinske, leading off the inning and sitting on a pitch. Gone. Second walk-off home run. Hinske has given the Jays the win, and he's pretty impressed.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever watched a home run like that before.
Carlos Delgado says, you know what, to us, you're still a rookie. Hinske with the shaving cream pie. 6 for his last 8 against Red Sox pitching. Pedro is now allowed 0 or 1 earned runs.
Skydome Monday. Some angst in this one. Steve Paris gets Jason Giambi in the first. Top 2. Chris Witcher hit by a pitch. Now, Chris, don't dig in, because in the 6th, here they come at you again. Corey Thurman airing that one out. 2 batters later, Alfonso Soriano. The man is a marvel. His 23rd home run of the year, 5th in the AL in slugging percentage. Not bad for a pesky leadoff hitter. It's 6-3 Jays. Next batter, Derek Jeter. The looping curveball got away from Thurman there. Bottom 7, 6-4 Jays. El Duque throwing behind Carlos Delgado. They exchanged words in Spanish. Use Spanish lip readers, avert your eyes. El Duque gets warned. He did not heed the warning. Later in the at-bat, he plunks Delgado. The Blue Jays bench will get up. We're going to throw here? No. Joe Torre gets tossed because El Duque gets tossed. Top 8, Jeter. Another pitch up and in. Next batter, Giambi. 3-2 pitch. And he sticks one to center, and bye-bye. His 23rd. That cuts it to 6-5. Bottom 8. Still 6-5, 2 on for Dave Berg. To left. And according to the ground rules, that's a double. The Blue Jays go on to win a wild one at Skydome, 8-5. The Jays rampaging through the Yanks and Red Sox. That's 4 straight for that team. Soriano with his 23rd homer. That's the most for a Yanks second baseman since Joe Gordon hit Dome. Facing Vernon Wells, second inning. Ground ball right towards Alfonso Soriano. Can't make the play. Ruled a hit, but Soriano has been rug burned at Skydome before. Fire up the Wayback Machine. April 9th. Soriano can't handle that one. Error. And then on April 10th, very next day, and Alfonso with another gaffe. We come all the way back to Tuesday. Randolph counseling his young protege, telling him to chill. Soriano's bat, always the great equalizer, and there it goes, his 24th of the year, 4th in 4 games, 1-zip Yankees. Bottom 4 still 1-0. Weaver to Wells, and this, the 2-run shot to left, his 11th. Weaver gave up 4 runs in 6 innings. It's 2-1 Jays. Top 7, 4-3 Jays, 2-on-2 out. Jason Giambi, Earl Weaver's best friend, the 3-run home run. Giambi's 24th to tie Soriano for the team lead. Yanks up 6-4. Bottom 7, bases loaded. Josh Phelps, the pinch hit 2-run single off Steve Carsey. This game all tied at 6. Top 9, Cliff Polidon facing Nick Johnson. And Larry Bowa's nephew crushing one to right. The go-ahead solo shot at the top of the 9th. Give the ball to Mo Rivera. Blew 2 saves in Cleveland this weekend. He said he was anxious, but Mariano closed the deal in this one as the Yanks win 7-6. Weaver now 10 earned in 13 innings as a Yank, yet the team has pulled out both of his starts. Soriano leading the AL in stolen bases, extra base hits, and total bases. The last guy to pull off that trifecta, the Yanks' Snuffy Sternweiss.
For Baltimore and Toronto, Ken Huckabee facing Jason Johnson. That is deep. It's going in the out. Oh, my goodness. Good effort, though, by Gary Matthews Jr. Some say he misplayed it. I say it was a good effort. Chris Woodward scores. Huckabee comes all the way around for the inside the park homer. Blue Jays up 2-0. Watch the arrow, though. The guy yelling something to Gary Matthews Jr., and it can't be pleasant. Jays win big by the score of 7-1.
Blue Jays, Toronto going for a sweep. Quick 2-gamer. Oh, look, we're bird watching. You got the binoculars? You hear the sound?
I do.
Yeah. That's Melvin Moore, by the way. Just got hit by Chris Carpenter, and then he was hit again. It's target practice in Melvin. Kelvin Escobar hits him. Moore hit 3 times, only the 3rd time in 25 years that's happened in the AL. A guy getting plunked 3 times. 3 batters later, Escobar, well, he hit Tony Batista in the bat this time. Really good, clear picture right there.
Are those really birds?
Yes, they are. They're actual Blue Jays, which is they are ornery birds, by the way. The Blue Jay is 5-4. Jays win this one. True.
Joe Lawrence and Tampa. Joe Lawrence up, and Jason Smith, very charitable, can't handle it. His 4th error on the year. Do-over. Bottom 5, game tied at 6. Shannon Stewart up, and he's found the weak link. Jason Smith, his arm goes crazy. 2nd error of the game, 5th of the year. Bottom of the 8th is some kind of Groundhog Day thing. Smith at short. Smith, he's got it. The arm is crazy again. He doubles his error total on the year, now has 6. The Jays win this thing 11-8. Smith also 1 for 4 on the day, 2 Ks. Make it 12 straight road losses for the D-Rays.
Citizens of Toronto Day, beware.
Sell this, Billy. Sell it.
It's the Devil Rays and the Blue Jays. 1st inning. Randy Wynn. 5 errors total in the game. 1 right there. That allows 1 run to score. Luis Del Santos, Major League debut. Hits Chris Woodward. Hits Shannon Stewart. Hits Josh Phelps, poor guy. Gave up 9 runs in 4 innings.
This is scary.
Brian Bowles.
Hold me, Billy, hold me.
Gets past Ken Huckabee. Throwing error then. I mean, this is a disaster. 15 walks in this game, 2 wild pitches. Bottom 7, Jesus Colome, wild pitch. Hear the screaming? I mean, this is horrifying. Shannon Stewart comes in. Top 9, Rays down 2 bases loaded. Kelvin Escobar strikes out Jared Sandberg. The game ends. But folks, beware. This could be coming to a town near you. Jays win at 12-10. A showstopper, to say the least.
In the weekend sweep of the Devil Rays, Carl Crawford, highly thought of prospect, making his debut Saturday, batting 9th on Sunday. A little chopper. Crawford beats it out, infield knock. Same inning. Crawford isn't staying put. He is off and running. Stealing on Tom Wilson. Crawford in scoring position. Steve Cox up. Cox, broken bat, base knock, brings in Crawford. 2-1 Devil Rays. The gritty, gutty Devil Rays. Esteban Yan gets Carlos Delgado to fly out. Crawford makes the grab. Tampa ends its 13-game road losing streak.
Matthews Jr., top of the 1st, Shannon Stewart. And here comes Matthews again. And this time he's making quite a catch into the stands and tackling the kid as he does it. And
you don't get to take the player home, do you?
You do not. Look at it again. It's a pretty good hit, though.
The kid's really enjoying it, actually. Matthews atoning as we look back Wednesday against Toronto. He misplayed a fly ball, ended up being an inside the park homer. And then check out the fan who's taunting Matthews. No love for him in Toronto, but as we look at Monday night, Matthews in the stands and the innocence of youth. Giving Matthews a pat on the back. A couple pitches later, unfortunately for him, had a very clear view of this development. Vernon Wells, that's gone. His 13th, it is 1-0 Toronto. Your next batter is Chris Woodward, and he gets into the act. That is his 6th homer. Back-to-back jacks, it is 2-0 Toronto. Now top 6, Jays down 3-2, 2-on. Carlos Delgado. That is a 3-run shot, number 20 on the year. 7th straight season he's hit 20. Ties Joe Carter's team record. So the Jays now on top 5-3. Your next batter is Wells. And he again takes Johnson deep. 2nd of the night. We'll do the math for you. 14th of the year. Wells' first ever multi-homer game. Johnson, bump. 6-3 Jays your final. 9th win in 11 games. They've won 13 of their last 15 against the O's. Roy Halladay now 7-0.
One on Chris Carpenter was dealing to Howie Clark. It's a hit and run. Clark, great job to make contact. Gets his bat on the pitch out. Bloop single. Melvin Mora, though. Hey, Greedy, what are you doing? Going to third. He's thrown out. You know, you should never make the first out. But inning at third base. Great job. Clark able to get a piece. And watch Mora. It's a big part of his problem is that he stumbled around second base. Easily thrown out by Vernon Wells. Bottom of the 9th. Blue Jays up 5-2 on to Cliff Poley. Blows the fastball by Melvin Mora, and the Blue Jays win.
All right, so they're taking on Toronto. Toronto up 4-1. Joe Mays, Carlos Delgado, and Delgado with just enough love
skies this one left field
to get out the park. His 250th career home run. Jays up 5-1. Twins in trouble. No, by the bottom of the 5th, Twins down by 1-5-4, and Doug Mientkiewicz delivers. He had 3 RBI on the night. Torrey Hunter comes around to score. We're tied at 5. It's a party. It's a party. In the bottom of the 6th, same score. JJ Dynamite. Jock Jones gets a piece of the love, and it's a 2-run shot. Twins take their first lead. They go on to win 10-5. All 9 Minnesota starters had at least 1 hit, and the Twins have now homered in 12 straight games.
Minnesota Twins, 33 home wins, tied for the most in baseball, but Blue Jays' Roy Halladay 7-0 on the road this season, down 2-zip, bottom of the 3rd. Torrey Hunter with 2 on. Hunter was 0 for 11 career against Halladay. Before that, double homes, Corey Koski, David Ortiz, 4-zip Twins. Top 7, 4-3, man on second for Shannon Stewart. He doubled in the 6th off Eric Milton. He doubles in the 7th off with Troy Hawkins. Tied at 4, extra innings, put on the rally caps. Bottom 10, Koski. 1 for 8 in his career against Kelvin Escobar. 2-0 pitch. That's a walk-off base hit. Bobby Kilty started the rally with a pinch hit single off Escobar. He scores. 9th win in 10 games. Twins win this one 5-4. Bob Wells pitching 2 scoreless for his first victory of the season.
Johan Santana getting the start for the Twins. Top 2, 1-0 Twins. Carlos Delgado at the plate. Lifts a fly ball to Jock Jones. And his only chance is to shoestring it. He can't make the grab. A double for Delgado. Take another look. Jones got to shoestring it and grabs it, but the ground causes the fumble in the Metrodome. Same inning, Santana at the plate. Gets Josh Phelps looking, struck out the side. Top 5, same score. Santana to Dave Berg at a fundamental moment. With 2 on, Berg lifts one to left. And Jones, he's going to go back and watch what he does. 2 hands, people. Thank you. 2 hands. Twins get out of the jam. Top 6, Santana. Cruise control. Leading 1-0 Eric Hinsky. Swinging 9 strikeouts for Santana. Next batter, Jose Cruz. Santana, oye, como va. 10 strikeouts, a career high. It's not finished. Top 7 against Carlos Delgado. He got him. 11 strikeouts. Phelps goes up. 13 strikeouts in the day for Santana. Top 8, same score. Lack of fundamental play. Shannon Stewart lifts one and clearly thinks it's foul. Oh, silly Shannon. Oh, it's fair. Shannon. And it gets past Bobby Kelty.
Oh, my bad.
And now he's off to the races. Could have been inside the Parker. Wound up being a triple in a 3-run game in the 8th. That's not too good. Bottom of the 8th, Torrey Hunter got it. 24th of the season, and he and Christian Guzman have a post-home run celebratory moment, which is interesting. And they give it to the manager, Ron Gardenheimer. It is just all peaches and cream for Minnesota these days. They're now 14-3 since the All-Star break. Carlos Delgado summed it up. We read
Jays and Royals hooking up in Kansas City. Top of the third, no score. Orlando Hudson sends one deep to center. Hey, everybody. Say hey to Michael Tucker.
Hey, Michael.
Great over-the-shoulder catch. Brings back memories of the '54 World Series when Willie Mays robbed Vic Wertz of an extra base hit. And Tucker wearing 24, just like Willie. Somebody in highlights is trying to get a raise.
Give him a raise. Hey,
Paul Byrd.
That's Kelsey Grammer, I think.
With scouts from trade-seeking teams watching, he was cruising. He gets Josh Phelps, one of his 5 Ks, gave up just 5 hits in 1 run. Bottom third, no score, man on second. Chuck Knobloch over to Chris Woodward. No! Bad throw. Royals go up 1-0 on Woodward's error. Bottom 8, man on second. Carlos Beltran up and out. His only hit, number 16 on the year for him. He drove in 3. Royals win at 4-1. Byrd with his 4th straight complete game. Way to go.
Cue the fire trucks. Raul Ibanez off Pete Walker, and that's a home run. Ibanez 15th. He is hot, but the fireworks at Kauffman Stadium, they set fire to the grass outside the stadium in the field. And a gentleman with a bucket and some boots on, we got a fire! So we got a call for the gentleman whose job it is to put the flames out, and the KC Fire Department, thanks boys, they handle the blaze. Bottom 3, Kansas City down 2-1, man on second. Carlos Beltran, he spanks one out. 2-run shot, it's his 17th, and we're gonna go ahead and not set off the fireworks this time. Okay, thank you. Top 5, we're tied at 3, and now Toronto's bats, they begin to heat up. Vernon Wells off Chris Wilson. Vernon Wells, one of 3 Jays with 3 hits in the game. They had 17 as a team. Dave Berg, Jose Cruz Jr., Carlos Delgado all come in on the bases clearing triple. Jays win 13-4.
Blue Jays, Royals, you're talking Joe Randa. You're talking a tough night. Jose Cruz Jr. Toward third, Randa. I'm not sure what he was thrown at. Carlos Fabulous boots it down the line. 2 errors on this same play. Cruz would eventually score, and it would eventually be 8-0 Jays in the 5th, which is where we're going. Orlando Hudson up, runners on first and third. The grounder to Fabulous. He boots it, gets the ball in. Nefi Perez surprisingly still has a play at first and throws Hudson out. 4-6-3 on the putout. Hudson appears to be hurt. That's the problem. What happened to him? Well, he can't keep his footing, and he goes boom.
That's a very technical explanation.
Thank you. All the children will understand that terminology. 9-2 final.